Hey, what's going on, guys? Appreciate you stopping by and welcome to all the new subscribers that have come on over the past few weeks. There's been quite a few of them, and I just wanted to give a shout out and say welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. So, one of the topics that often gets brought up on preparedness channels, including this one, is just how we live in a world that is quite different than most of us grew up in. And it's a world that's turned into uncertainty. We just never know. I mean, I can't imagine right now what things are going to be like a year from now. How will they be different? How might they be better? And with that, inflation comes up because we've had years now of elevated inflation over what was considered normal in the past. And I did a video a few weeks ago where I demonstrated real world pricing from 2020 to 2024 that I bought, and I had the receipts. And I showed how much things had increased in price, and not only increase in price, but they also shrunk, some of them, in size. And I also talked about the quality of much of what we buy, including food, seems to have diminished. I don't know what your opinion is. Share below if you feel like things just don't taste the same. They don't have the same flavor or the same texture. So not only have they gotten more expensive, and in many cases they've shrunk in size, which is often referred to as shrinkflation, but they just don't taste as good. And it's also a proven fact that over many years that many of the ingredients have changed and they're using much more, let me put it this way, they're not as natural as they used to be. There's a lot more chemicals, which is certainly not good for us. So when you look at the world that's happening today and the unpredictability of the future, preparedness to me, and I believe to many of you, is just common sense. It's logical, and it's a common sense approach to taking precautions and dealing with what we know is a problem, and that's the uncertainty. We just don't know what's going to happen in the future. Are we going to have, well, I'm not going to get into that right now. So I'll get to that in a minute. So I've had on this channel, as well as over on Substack, I've had several people comment that basically you're just spewing doom. It's doom porn. It's a bunch of BS, and that nothing is going to happen. So I don't know how somebody can live in the world today and look at everything that has happened over the last several years, what is happening now, and look into the future and go, it's all good, no problem. I'm sure there's some people out there, and maybe it's true for them. I don't know. But my thought is that I would throw out some questions, and I'll let you guys answer them for yourself. And let's see where this leads us. I've only got a few. It's not very many. And all right, let's just go ahead and get on with the questions. Do you believe that food and many other items that you purchase on a daily or weekly or monthly basis is going to go up in price or down in price over the next couple of years? Do you believe that food and many other items are going to go up in price or down in price over the next couple of years? Do you believe that energy of all kinds, that's electricity, it's diesel, it's gasoline, it's propane, it's heating oil, do you believe that fuel and energy is going to increase in price? It's going to cost more over the next few years. Or is it going to go down? Do you believe that employment, people that are out there working to provide for their families, they have jobs, they have careers, do you believe that employment is going to greatly change due to AI? Do you believe that the political division and the amount of corruption that is in politics is going to get better? Do you believe that the division that exists within the populace of the United States, and I'll throw Canada in there as well, do you believe that that division is going to improve? Everybody's going to come together in a big group hug. What are your thoughts on that? Do you believe that wars and global stability will improve or get worse over the next few years? Do you believe that the chances of supply chain disruptions will improve or get worse over the next few years? Those are the questions that I'm throwing out there, and I'm sure there's many more that I could ask. And I think for most of you, I know how you would answer. And I will say for me, I don't believe that things in any of those areas are going to improve. I'm not trying to spout doom. I'm not trying to predict doom. I'm trying to be realistic and looking at the data and the evidence that we have. And I don't see any reason why suddenly, rather than prices for food going up 20% in the next 2 years, why would they go down 20%? The only way that that would happen is if we had a depression. And it's possible, but that would open up another can of worms and another set of problems. So all of these, my answers to these questions for myself is I believe things are going to continue to trend as they have been, and that means getting more severe and worse. So in response to that, I'm going to throw some things out that we should be doing. And I can tell you right now, I'm ramping it up because I truly think over the next couple of years, we're going to see things get much worse. I use an analogy. I've used it over and over again, and I'm going to keep using it because I think it's a good one. But it's like we're in a snowball, and everything that's going on is a snowball. And that snowball is beginning to roll down a hill, a snow-covered hill. And as it's rolling, it's picking up more and more. It's getting larger. It's getting more severe. It's more dangerous. But it's also going faster. And to me, that's the modern times that we have today. We're constantly seeing more and more things that are going on, more challenges we're being faced with. And it just seems like it's getting worse and worse faster. And so there are some things that, I throw out there. Again, I think this is a common sense approach to preparing for these times of uncertainty, and it's buying extra food. I brought a couple of examples. You get some pancake mixes, just add water. The stuff will keep a couple of years. It can keep a little longer if you were to open it and pack it in Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers, which I've done in the past. It's simple beef stew. And Dinty Moore's great, but Armour, Castleberry's, those are all good too. Canned chicken, canned meat for protein. Keystone, fantastic brand. If you can find it near you, it can get a little expensive if you order online, but if you can find it near you, it's Keystone beef. Really good stuff. They got these everywhere. Canned ham. These things will keep for years. And I featured this before and actually got a lot of attention for it. But it's 15 bean soup. Very versatile, cheap. This is cheap. Buy a couple bags. You go to the grocery store, you get a couple bags and get a can of the cooked ham and put it away. And then the next week, just get something else. Anything that you can do will help you later on. And I've said it before, it may not be just you, it may be other people that you could help. People that you care for, you want to help. Store some extra water. I know people are anti-plastic all over the place, but whatever. Buy some cases of bottled water and stack them in the corner somewhere and rotate them, use them, but have a water filter. Look at backup ways of how you can cook, how you can stay warm. Have an emergency savings. If you save just a little bit every week, and sometimes you might have to pull from it, and then you just start back. You just do the best you can. It's the pundits on the news will often talk about how great this economy is, and they'll point to the stock market. Well, it's great for the stockholders. It's great for the companies. But there's a lot of us out here it's not great for. The stock market is no longer a reflection of how the economy's doing. You can grow some of your own food. It's a bit late in the season now, but you can get some seeds, often on clearance right now, and make that plan to do it next year. Or if you live in some place that there are things you can grow in the wintertime, do that. Absolutely do that. You can learn things. You're watching this on YouTube right now. There are countless millions of videos out there on how to do things, and you can learn it for free. You can work on your health. It's something I need to do. I'll tell you that right now. I got to get back working out big time. Get to know your neighbors. Make a family plan. Look at, I've used this analogy as well. Think about if you were to go camping for 2 weeks and you set your tent up or your camper, and everything you have on that camping spot is what you're going to rely on for 2 weeks, and you can't leave. You have to stay on that spot. What would you need for those 2 weeks? And that's a good start. Get out a pad of paper, start writing it down, and then start working on gathering the materials and the supplies. And most of all, I want to say, again, I'm not trying to promote fear or doom. You shouldn't let preparedness and these times of uncertainty consume your life and your soul. You need to live your life and experience joy. Go for a walk, go to a park. If you got grandkids, take your grandkids somewhere. You don't have to spend money. You can just go to a beach, park and go walk on the beach and collect some shells and go home. You can bring your own lunch. You don't have to go to a restaurant. But live your life and be happy, because that's important, especially today with the amount of stress and frustration that so many people are experiencing. So that's the end of my video. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate the new subscribers. Please consider subscribing if you haven't. Hit that like button. Share with some like-minded folks. And comment below what your thoughts are. You guys stay safe. Take care. We'll see you next time.
So I ran from the cities and the noise and lies, found a piece of ground under open skies, hands in the dirt, sweat on my shirt, learning what living's really worth. While crooked men shake hands in rooms, selling souls to corporate suits. Society's sick, but pure, they can keep their throne and their golden news. This life out here's my modern exodus. I traded screens for a sunrise, callous palms, blisters, pride, planted seeds where hope was.